Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. We are going to kick off with Earth readings for September, and we are starting with Taurus. I have the Elves Tarot card deck and the Spirit of Nature Oracle, which I have not used yet. Ancient wisdom from the Green Man and the Celtic Hogum Tree alphabet. So I have not used Spirit of Nature yet, so this will be the first time that I'll ever be using them in this reading. So we're going to do Taurus first. My dogs are here, you can hear them. So, Taurus for September. Okay. Let's see. Wowzers. Okay, Taurus. Okay. Let's have a look, shall we? I generally do mine the right way up. At the bottom of the deck is the cups, and it's actually the King of Cups. So because it's elves, the picture's slightly different. And what this tells me, Taurus, is there's some solitude, some time alone, contemplating and thinking about things, sort of away from the world. Because he sat with excuse me, he sat with nature, sat with water, sat with fire and the earth, but not people. So this is a solitary, solitary part of September that you may go into, where you just want to be left alone. Now, as I work on energy readings. I work with energy, so earth, air, fire and water is how I work, and with elementals. It's very, very heavy energy, actually. I'm quite surprised, because Taurus didn't usually have her heaviness, but now when I read, I look at what jumps out at me, the cards. I don't use a book unless it's an oracle deck that needs a book. So we have the light and the dark here. The people in the background are also light and dark, walking away from you're walking away from the castle. You're setting off on a journey. Now, nobody's following you, so this is an alone thing. And it's almost like you're leaving certain things behind to find another purpose, or there's something to be found. It's the light and the dark. Light and the dark is what I'm seeing. I'm not sure if that means anything to you, but because I'm not really getting clarification on it. Just light, dark. Balance, maybe balance. That's needed. But this is it's almost like it's done, but it's been planned, but only being planned by you in your mind. So you know that you know what you're doing and what your plan is, and you know that you're going to exit. But it's not that. It's almost like not everybody else does. So you might leave some bewilderment behind on that one. Okay. Now the next one, we're up with cups, which is obviously it's emotions. I mean, obviously that's a chariot, by the way. The first card's a chariot, but like I say, I read them very differently. Now, this is unity. It's the Six of Cups, the balanced number, but it's the coming together of two people in something or other. The sun will be more important than the moon through September. The sun's going to be more important than the moon for some reason, and whatever journey it is you're taking, it's going to lead to a union of you and someone else. It doesn't have to be in love. It could be a friendship. It could even be a lost family member, someone who you've known and not, like, you've known about but not actually met. It's just a union. It's a coming together of you and someone else. And there's always, there's someone in the background as well. More of a someone that's you both know that's watching it all unfold, I guess. Rather than someone right there. But it's definitely a union. But it could be a union of friendship. It doesn't have to be of love or of family. It's not business though. Okay. Light and dark again. Light and dark again. So as you're going forward on your journey, it's yeah, there's some balancing. I think there's a lot of balancing needed in September. Feeling out of sorts, feeling up and down and a little bit unbalanced, and there's a lot of things in here that suggest balance is absolutely needed. Grounding will be needed, and it could be because of a spiritual journey maybe. Now they're in unison. Light and dark are in unison. They're not fighting against each other. One's not taking the other out. They are balanced. They are in unison. So it's definitely, there is something to do with you being off balance. You have been off balance. Could be spiritually, mentally, something like that. I do believe this meeting is what brings about the balance. Like, it's like you're the light, they're the dark, but it works, sort of deal. You're the light, they're the dark, but it works. We have a lot of fire coming in now. Yeah, the swords. Now it's a king, I believe. Let's see. Yes, it is. The King of Swords. A victory. A victory. So obviously the fire came straight to my forefront rather than anything else. Victorious over something. I'm not sure what it is. It's something that, like I said, you kind of plan something, you've gone off on your own, unison with someone. They seem to be the other half. The light and the dark are now united. It balances things out. And whatever it is that the light and the dark has to fight, I guess, they have to come together and work together. Brings about victory. The fire elements will help you, obviously, because there's a lot of fire here. Definitely look for maybe some sort of being that is fire related. that's watching over you, it's going to, sorry, that's my dogs barking at the door. The heat of the fire is definitely going to warm the surroundings, and the cold is going to be taken away. There'll be no more cold and darkness basically either. So it's a positive, you know, a positive victory. It's what's needed. Now, these two, they came out together, and, well, the major arcana, and so this is a loss of something, someone, but I don't feel it's you. I do feel that there is possibly some healing that you need to give to someone that's had a loss, and that sounds really daft, but so yeah, watch out for particular people around you. They're going to need your help, they're going to need healing, hence why the water's there, you know, and you're the being that's reviving this person, because they actually need you. But before you do that, they're going to come to you for forgiveness. So I'm not sure what they've done, but I believe it's something from the past, that they've hurt you in the past, and they're going to come and ask for forgiveness. Now, I don't know if you're going to give it straight away. I have a funny feeling that even though you want to forgive instantly, that's not what's going to happen. You're not going to forgive instantly. I do believe that in the end, though, it could be this person that you end up healing. There could be more to the story of what happened. It's just that you did not initially see it. But then it becomes more clearer, which then allows you to give the healing to this person and forgive them, and sort of start afresh. I'm sorry about the noise, that's my dogs in the background. So yeah, it's a very interesting story to be played out. I don't really feel the need to go deeper into it. I think as time goes on, that's when you'll realise. So I want to try these the Spirit of Nature Oracle, because I haven't tried them yet, so I want to see how they work for you, Taurus. Let's see. Ooh. I wanted to jump at once, I don't want that. We just want a nice oracle card. Okay. Oh wow. Hazel. So here is the beautiful hazel card. Hazel tree, as you can see. And we are going to have a look and see what this means for Taurus, definitely, because like I say, I have not used these before. They're definitely brand new, but I'm looking forward to getting to know them. Hopefully when I read it, it will make sense to you. We shall see. So here we have the hazel, and it's the coral, and it's the Corylus avellana, or awellana. Corylus awellana is its Latin name. So the green man wisdom is seek wisdom in the depths. Now it says that it's about harder. Wisdom is much harder to find than knowledge. It comes to you in moments of grace when you stop striving for fixed or prior knowledge. So assess the need of moment and ask for helpful solutions. The wisdom is already inside, but there is so much more information on every side that you need to help distinguish between true and false. So turn to the ancestors, guardians, otherworldly beings that you work with, basically. And store every thought and experience, lay it all down, write it all out. And definitely keep it collected together as a memory. And start afresh the day after, because the day before can lead to the bigger aspect of the knowledge that's coming through. So it's like taking bits of things that happen through the day, and if they don't make sense to you, write them down and do that for like 7 days and go back and look at them, and they may make sense within those 7 days rather than just the one day. They might not, but the 7 days may. Now for the Celts, the hazel is deeply connected with wisdom. Fruit of the tree, known as the fruit of the gods, has an important place in the iconography of learning. Irish tradition speaks of the sacred salmon who swim in a pool surrounded by 9 hazel trees. When these trees dropped their nuts into the water below, the salmon ate them and then carried them to the sea and back to their annual spawn and run. This endless cycle was seen as a metaphor for the passing of wisdom from age to age, from person to person. The salmon were already regarded as sacred in their own right. The ingesting the fruit of the wisdom made them precious. Celtic literature contains many descriptions of heroes who, when they ate the flesh of the salmon, inhibited wisdom, therefore setting them apart from the rest of humanity, but really through the hazel. So yeah. It's also connected to the Celtic myth anyways, the god of love. Aegonus Mac in Olk was said to carry a hazel wand to bring in love. Lovers are said to place hazelnuts in a fire or a pool of water, and they will remain close together. So yeah, the hazel tree. Now, as a fairy tree, it's Irish law that it is the hazel that's very important in the fae. Now, if you deliberately cause damage to one, it is extremely bad luck. In the fae realm, it carries a death penalty. Now, the apple was the only other tree that would be honoured in that way as well. Twigs of the hazel are still used to douse the water and sometimes minerals. In the hands of an expert, they can be extremely accurate. So you can uncover things that have been laid dormant for a while. It's best cut Midsummer's Eve, after you have actually asked, of course. The powers of the tree is said to be strongest at Midsummer Eve, basically. So it also has strong associations with the fae people, because it's said to be it bonds you with them, and to have 2 hazel trees growing close together, especially by water, can form a gateway to the other world. Those who dare to pass between them are likely to find themselves in the fairy kingdom. Now, please don't try that, okay? Because it probably works. It does, yes, it works. Now, the hazel tree will only make the portal if it is grown from a seed, if it is cared for every day, and there has to be one at the side of the other, so there's a gap in between, but only enough for you to walk through. And then it's said, if you take care of your seeds and they grow day by day, and they are near water, so near a canal, near a river or a canal, something like that, yes, then they will grow, and you'll be able to walk through the middle of your hazel trees and into the fairy realm. So yes, hazel tree, guys. Anyway, I really like them. I think they're very informative. A lot of wisdom and knowledge, so this could be what your journey's about, you see. It could be about wisdom and knowledge. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it. Love and light, and blessed be.